Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes. And today, before we play, we're going to show a little bit of something that I'm working on for next season. Because as you may know, RecV5X and I change hats every season. So next season he'll be playing offense again, and I will be playing defense.
And you seem to have some ideas with regards to something new that you want to try on defense.
That's right. I was watching you play defense in the red zone, actually, with your new shiny 4-3. And I noticed that you play jam coverage sometimes.
Yep.
And it seemed to be effective. So here is basically a nickel package. And I am experimenting with jam coverage. So this is basically a 4-man rush with 5 man-to-man and then the 2 safeties playing deep.
Yep.
And if you start this play slowly, well, you'll notice that, first of all, you get a good jam on all 3 of the receivers on the line.
Yep.
Right? You know, the wide receiver, the slot guy. And what you should do, too, is pay particular attention to the positions of the safeties. Because what we've been doing up to this point is we've been backing everybody up.
Yep.
In order to give the maximum amount of coverage distance. But something that I observed, if you zoom back out again here and watch the play and watch the jam, is we'll watch at a point where each of these receivers has finally escaped the jam and is able to run on their pattern upfield. Okay, now. So now if you look at the positions of the safeties, we know that the line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line, and the safeties are basically 25 yards deep already.
Yep.
And that's because while those receivers were all being jammed at the line, these guys, I noticed, started to back up in their deep zones. And what I noticed this behavior is that if no one enters the bottom of their deep zone, they continue to back up. And so basically by delaying them, the receivers at the line by a step or two, it gives the safeties a little bit more time to open a really big cushion.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like backing them off.
Yeah, almost. Except that now you've got much closer coverage on the wide receivers and the slot receiver, because you'll notice that these guys are playing jam coverage and they're trying to be physical and they're staying very close to the receivers.
Yep.
And so that's the first thing that I noticed. Okay. And now if we back up and look at the center of the formation, okay, basically you can see the green dot over the player I'm controlling. And basically this is just a 4-man rush. So what's going to happen when the ball is snapped is I'm going to crash into the guard across from me. And then I'm going to try to rip to the inside to try and pick up a double team between the guard and the center.
Yep.
And the defensive tackle next to me is going to engage the offensive tackle. And you can see the defensive end lined up way out wide there. And this is basically another page kind of taken out of your nickel wide RecV5X.
Yep. It's very similar.
Except that this is a reverse, because this is from on the weak side, obviously.
Yep.
But it's also kind of built on an observation from looking at how defenses play in Madden 04 as well. Because in Madden 04, they play with a lot of very widely spaced defensive line like this.
Yes, they do, yeah.
And they do have a great deal of success with the defensive ends looping around and basically just running around the outside guys on the offensive line, right?
Which is also what you kind of see on TV sometimes, too.
Yeah, you kind of see that on TV, too. But anyway, you can see now how the pass rush is developed, and you can see that the defensive end on the left side there
is going to be a free rusher.
Is going to be a free rusher. But other thing that you should watch is number 20 there, the halfback. He's trying to sneak out into the pattern, right? He's trying to sneak through the line and get out into the pattern to catch a short pass, maybe over the middle, or maybe this is like a halfback go route or something.
Yep.
But watch what happens to him with the jam coverage. That linebacker comes up and jams him at the line. So now he's not going anywhere in a hurry, right? And eventually he does manage to get off the jam and get down the field, but by then the quarterback's already a dead duck. Anyway, so now if you back up a little bit again, we'll look at, they left the fullback in as a pass blocker. And usually leaving an extra running back into block is a problem for the defense, because even if he's on the opposite side of the pass rusher like this, if you don't get some kind of pressure coming from his side, he'll just move over to his left and pick up whoever happens to be free.
Yeah, it's something that happens very frequently.
But with the jam coverage, watch how the linebacker assigned to cover him behaves. So you'll see he goes out there and squares up to block, and he basically reacts as if that linebacker assigned to cover him is a pass rusher.
Yeah, right until he stops on the line of scrimmage.
Right until he stops at the line of scrimmage. Then he turns and starts to look for someone to block. But basically,
it's already too late.
It's already too late. He's basically been taken out of the play, right?
Yep.
And then that allows my defensive end to get in there and sack the quarterback, right? The guy coming from the backside.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. Bang, you're a dead duck. Gotcha. And not only that, but I caused a fumble on this play too. But if you back up just a little bit again, we'll just look at one last thing. Is look at the left defensive end, right? I'm not playing an extra zone with him or whatever. I'm using him as a pass rusher. And he engages that guard right away, which basically forces the tackle there to look at him as a potential threatening pass rusher for the first couple of seconds that this play goes, right?
Yeah, and he analyzes him for whether or not to double team block the guy.
And not only that, because that guy is pass rushing, what I noticed a lot of times with your 3-man rush systems, and even with sometimes when I use that type of technique, the quarterback will roll away from the pressure.
Yep.
But when you have a pass rusher on that side,
there's nowhere he can go.
There's less space for him to roll, so he can't roll away and run away from that free rusher that's coming from the side, right?
Yep.
Which is another reason why I'm, believe that the 4-man rush here might be a good solution to use. And as you can see, like what you want to try and do is collapse the middle of the pocket with a defensive tackle if at all possible, and that way he can't step up too far either, right?
Well, you certainly turned the pocket into a disorganized mess here, that's for sure.
Yeah, but the idea is, like, lots of times I notice too, is when you have the free rusher coming from the left there, the quarterback will step up in the pocket.
Yep.
Right.
Which is what he's trying to do.
Which buys him a little more time, and it makes it a little easier for, say, a free center or guard to turn around and pick up that guy coming from the backside, right?
Yep.
But he can't do that if he can't step up. So what you want to do is collapse the middle of the pocket, and that pass rushing extra defensive end over there on number 74, even though he never really does beat that guy, he still pushes him backward a little bit.
And takes away space.
And partially collapses the pocket and takes away space.
Yep.
Yeah. So, the combination of all those things, I mean, I'm not sure how this is going to work out in a real game, because obviously play development is a little bit easier mode.
Yep.
But it's still interesting to watch these behaviors. And I'll certainly be trying them out in some test games in a side league just to see how this works. And if it is successful, well, then you can probably expect to see me play a lot of defense similar to this next season.
Well, it's an interesting idea, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, though, I noticed you play press coverage quite a bit inside R20.
Yep.
And it seems to work. It holds those receivers up for a second or two and gives your pass rush a little bit more time to get to the quarterback and that kind of thing, right?
And the safety's a bit more time to get back, yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll move on to the game now, but just thought that would be interesting to talk about.
All right. And we're back with Crusaders franchise Year 3, Week 13.
Yes, and we're not getting any respect here from the
local paper.
Is this the local paper?
This is the local paper.
My God. Okay, well, you know what? They think that the Cupcake Alcatraz lifers are going to beat us.
Yeah, and I just want to take a look at their rankings here. So if you take a look at them, okay, they're horrible in offense, although they're apparently good at red zone scoring.
Yeah,
and they're horrible, and they're almost dead last in defense.
Yeah, almost every defensive category they're almost dead last, right?
Yeah, and so if we take a look at us. In terms of offense, we're first in almost every category, except you don't run the ball.
I can't. I try.
And we're okay in defensive categories, and we're first in sacks. We've got 52 sacks so far.
Yeah, well, Cedric Perry alone, I think, has 16 sacks in his last 3 games. So,
well, let's hope that he can get another 8 sacks.
He had 6 and 6 and then 4 in the last game. So he slipped a little bit in the last game.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how it all goes, but yeah, like that's what it's looking like right here.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. And it looks like this is going to be a stat padding game, I would say.
Or it's a scripted cheese game where we give up, where the lifers score 25 points on us or something.
Yeah, well, you know what?
24 points?
I have a feeling that that is not going to happen.
The unstoppable lifers offense and the killer lifers defense.
This could very well be one of those 100-0 games, I think.
Yeah, they're actually really bad this season, aren't they? Although I don't think they're the worst.
They've got 3 wins.
Yeah, you know who's doing the worst? I think the Detroit Comets are something like 0-11.
Yeah.
So,
well, we may see some teams switch cities after this season. That I didn't think that the AI teams would do that,
but they do.
But they do. Yeah, I had one side league actually. I believe it's the Nords, where a
whole bunch of your teams switch cities
a whole bunch of my teams switch cities
after being flops.
Yeah, after being flops where they started.
Yeah, they basically went bankrupt just about.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh look, they've got Orande Gadsden.
Yep.
He's like a 34-year-old wide receiver now.
I don't know.
I mean, he's a decent player, but he's going to be well past his peak three seasons in now.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? Maybe he's the reason that they've had a little bit of success, too. Because he is probably the best receiver on the team.
He's like one of the best players on the team, apparently.
Yeah.
At like 34 years old. I don't think he has much of a speed rating anymore, actually. I think his speed rating is drooped to the 70s. Just to give you an idea. So he must have solid hands or something. Something else that they can rely on.
Square off against the home team. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the game. I'm Al Michaels. With me, as always, is John Madden.
You talk about a quarterback who can lead his team to victory. This guy has all the tools you look for. Great arm, pocket presence, and the ability to hit a receiver anywhere in the field. There's not too many like this guy, and we could see him put up big numbers in this one.
Mills will be his go-to guy once again.
At the end of this season, just to help you out on offense next season, I think I'm going to try and draft a speed wide receiver.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
What type of coverages they go with to prevent these two from doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, I've always had a lot of difficulty utilizing wide receiver speed.
I even think I see a coach jumping up and down a little bit.
Let's go to midfield.
Well, you just need to get some new and fresh ideas. That's all. Okay, we won the toss. Okay, so I'm going to elect to defend this end.
They're lined up and ready for the kickoff.
So here we go. So, audible time. As I have to say that my shotgun offense has been somewhat successful, but the next time I'm on offense, I think I'm going to be looking at trying something a little more traditional again.
Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been talking about things like...
I'm already looking 2 seasons down the road.
Yeah, you know, you've got like an endless font of creativity at this stuff. For me, it's like a slow, plodding development thing. Like, I get inspiration once in a while, and then I'm just kind of doing my thing. But you seem to be always full of ideas.
Well, some of them work okay, some of them not so much. So they got an 88 speed halfback.
Not worried about that.
And
Yep. See?
yeah, he's not very fast. However, that guy Elliott there, he's pretty fast.
Yeah, and he can catch
And
reasonably
he's got acceleration like 0 to full speed instantly, right? One step is all it takes. And he can catch too, by the looks of it.
Yeah, Elliot can catch, and Gadsden here has like hands of glue. Apparently.
Okay. Well, now I guess you know what you need to watch out for.
Yeah, well, we're probably going to be backing everybody off. At least for the first little while. I might try the jam thing a couple times this game, but...
Yeah, well, some of your defensive schemes could be appropriate to that sort of thing.
So let's
It's
pick
just
up the
that you've never really played that style, right?
That's right, it would be an entirely new experience.
Well, I mean, except for like your development with
Red zone.
the red zone defense, where you do play quite a bit of jam coverage, but...
And he got all of that one. A great.
You know what? Next season, Wilkes will be able to kick the ball into the end zone.
Let's see how effective
Yeah, but he's the
they can be with
punter.
their first
That's
five
okay.
games.
He can do the kickoff duties for as long as he can kick the ball further than the other
So they
guy.
have first and 10 here, giving some cushion on the outside. The backs are lined up in an eye. Hand it off.
Well, you managed to chase him down.
At the 21-yard
Yeah, I
line.
had to chase him down.
Well, I saw Ben French falling into the gap there, but he kind of fell after the guy already went by him,
Backing
right?
off.
Yeah. Well, I got off my block after the guy went by me, too, so...
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. He's brought down behind the line for a short
At that time, Travis Wade beat me to that one.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too much running going on in this
The thing I
game.
like the most is how prepared he always is. I mean, he can run and he can tackle. And he watches so much tape that he actually anticipates what the offense is going to run before they call the play.
Under pressure, looking downfield with the pass.
Ooh,
Nice.
linebacker coming back from the flat.
And
Yeah,
you
that's
see that
Edwards
kind of
there. That's
thing
him and
out
his
there.
99 awareness.
They're big
Yeah.
and they're strong in their back. Opposing offensive line.
And his 52 speed or whatever it is, right?
62, yeah.
Is it 62?
Yep.
Okay.
Forces a 3 and out.
But I think he's one of the best hands on the team.
Yeah.
Here's the kick. Fair
Yeah,
catch.
career, he probably leads all Crusaders linebackers in interceptions.
Yeah, with a catching rating of like 37.
Yeah.
He has great hands. You'd trust him as a wide receiver, right?
No.
This team's very good at freezing the defense. Doesn't sound like much, but getting the defense to hesitate for just a split second to make the difference with a short gain or a first down.
Oh, look at that. Too bad that wasn't enough. Right?
Yeah, there was just too much pursuit.
Great pursuit.
Yep.
John.
You can say that again. He knows
But
how
Joe
to
Winters,
prepare.
I think that was, did a great
Yeah, that
job
was
of getting
Joe
out there.
Winters who got out there and pancaked that guy. Unfortunately, there was another guy right after him.
They come out of the nickel. Allen in motion.
Well, looks like a zone defense.
Looking for a receiver, and it's caught. Stringer. takes
Oh,
it
that's
down.
okay. Easily will make you back those yards, and now you've got less than 10.
Third down now after that
Yeah,
pass
well,
set.
we've got a chance here anyway.
7 yards to go. The home team come out in a nickel package.
Oh, my.
Gets away off.
Oh, you threw that a little off target.
I know, because the rush was coming and I had to throw it while I was still backpedaling, right?
Back to the stadium.
I think you're a little out of field goal range.
See, if I'd have had time, then he was basically going to be wide open, right?
Yep.
To return.
Yeah, because the guy couldn't get over there to before the snap.
Yeah, as it was, even with the badly thrown ball, I still managed to complete the pass.
For the fair catch.
There you go. That's a inside the 20 punt.
Yeah, Matt Mills getting down there to catch the ball while it was still in the air.
So they have first and 10 here. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion.
I can't believe that the lifers stopped me.
Wasserman, the defense.
Maybe it is going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
Taking it off to the back. Wade makes the stop at the 17. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4.
I mean, I guess they're not doing awful so far.
Well, they're 3-8 or something like that, right? So obviously they're better than at least 3 of the teams that they've played.
With a man in motion. Wasserman. Pressure.
Whoa, that play fake didn't fool Travis Wade, though.
You have to get rid of the ball.
Well, again, though, he's a veteran player. He's really smart. He's not going to fall for that kind of thing too often.
Kansas City is trying to prevent anything long here and backs up the corners and safeties. Drops back with the pass.
Oh, he ran backwards out of the tackle. See that?
Yep.
19.
We got lucky. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Yep.
Romberg comes into the game.
Oh, they've
for
still
the
got
punt.
Romberg, the punter, anyway. He's the original Lifers punter.
Here's the punt. And he chooses not to return this one.
Well, I guess one punter is kind of like another in Madden 05. There's no respect for that position in this game.
True.
Sorry to all you punter fans out there and
Yeah,
fellow punters.
but there is no respect for the.
Yeah,
for
they give them like 20 speed
Changing
points.
the play now.
like these guys are so unathletic that
Throwing on first down. With the throw.
Yeah, and yet the way it works out is that I think the current punter, I think there's a punter in the Hall of Fame, and he like covered his own punts, right?
Yeah,
Like
actually,
he would punt it and then he would run down there and hit the guy.
yeah, actually, there in the CFL there was a couple of guys that were like that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? They actually, because in the CFL they actually have a no yards rule where you have to allow the returner a 5-yard cushion to field the punt. There is no fair catch in the CFL. Every punt is returned, right?
Yep.
But you have to make sure that you maintain a distance of at least 5 yards from him until he actually touches the ball.
Throws on the run.
And if you go in and make contact with him
Single coverage in the secondary.
before he touches the ball, or if you're within 5 yards of him, then that's a penalty, right?
Yep.
And so, you know, like, but in addition to that rule, also there is one player that is excepted from that rule, and that is the actual punter. So the punter does not have to pay any respect to the 5-yard no yards rule. He's the only player on the kicking team that is allowed to get down there and infringe on that space.
First down. Gets rid of it. He finds his man. Rhodes picks up about 6 after that.
See, as a Canadian, you'd think I'd know more about these things, but I actually know absolutely nothing about the CFL. I've watched the NFL my whole life, and I don't know a damn thing about the CFL.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? The NFL is obviously a much bigger market game than the CFL is, but
I went to a CFL game once. It's about as much as I can say.
yeah, well, you know what? There is a team in our city, so yeah, I've been to a few games too. Well, let's see if we can get in and get a touchdown. We got -2 yards rushing.
That's okay. Parkman will get you 2 yards and a touchdown.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll have to see. Nope, didn't make it. Got tripped up before he could get over the line.
Well, now you've only got -1 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Parkman is leading the team in rushing yards.
Yeah.
With 1.
Comes out, hoping to put points on the scoreboard for the first time.
Oh well, this is a pretty easy field goal anyway.
And it's on its way through the uprights and
Look
good.
at this, 2 possessions and I've only got a field goal.
The visiting
What's
team
going
are lined
on?
up for the kickoff.
Yeah, they're playing you crazy hard on defense.
We're playing down to the competition here or something.
Well, that's okay.
Boom,
Everybody
he
has
gets
off days.
downfield.
But anyway, in spite of the fact that the punter is allowed to enter that 5-yard no-yard zone, it's still extremely rare for somebody to be able to actually punt the ball and then get down there and cover his own punt, right?
Yeah,
like that's you know, pretty much more athletic than even a good professional athlete, you know, type punter is, right?
Yeah, you need somebody
on the
exceptional
average.
in order to
Yeah.
be able to do that.
Yeah.
The corners playing back.
But still, in this game, they give punters and kickers very little
Only one man
respect.
in the backfield.
Like,
Coming,
ooh.
taken down in the backfield.
Ooh, there's one for Cedric Perry.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Get up, you're fine.
Progression and get rid of the ball. Give your receivers a chance to make a play.
Yeah, he's okay. He was just taking a little rest.
3rd and 10 coming up.
He's getting overworked with all those sacks that he's got.
Drops
Yeah.
the safeties into deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass. Only one man back.
But yeah, I mean, I think either one of my grandmas would be a better athlete than kickers and punters in this game.
Closing in with the
And,
pass. He hits
you know,
his
like they
receiver.
both
Number
died
20
many
brings
years
him
ago,
down
right?
at the 31.
Watch it here. This is a great call on 3rd down. To
Yeah, well,
keep
they
the
could
drive
at least
alive.
hustle
We're in a
out there,
tough spot
right?
here.
Yeah.
This is a heck of a throw and catch.
Yeah,
Pick up that
93-year-old
first
little old lady rushing out there to,
Cover the punt.
yeah.
Carrier with a man in motion. They give it to the halfback.
Ah,
Look, you fought him off. Oh, he lost the ball.
nice. I think that's a fumble, too.
Yeah.
To recover the fumble.
Yeah, I saw it bouncing around in there.
Jump on the ball.
So they have first and
They're
10
not
here.
challenging it, so
On the ground. Diving tackle at the 35. Pickup of about 5. Ball on the 35-yard line.
well, so far their defense has played well, but their offense not so much. Huh. Well, okay. I'm going to try running this anyway just to see if I can.
Hands it off again. The back breaking free. The 20. Parker pulls him down at the 12-yard line. Allen really covered some ground there.
I'll say the offensive line created some movement up front. Everybody got his block, and the back did a great job of finding the running lane. When you're talking about execution in the running game, this is just the kind
Well,
of thing
just
you're
a few
talking
minutes
about.
later, and you're already back in their red zone.
Yep, I'm back again.
Looks like you're going to get it this time, too, unless he drops this pass.
On first down. He hits his receiver.
No, he's not quite fast enough to outrun that guy.
30-yard line. Rhodes didn't have
Wow,
much
they didn't
room
even
to
give
do
you a
anything
first
with
down
that.
for that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the pick.
Wow. Well, we'll pound it at them some more, because if we can get a yard, we can get a first down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we can do this a whole bunch more again.
Tucks it away. Number 86. Barely
Well,
gets
we
it
got
up.
the first down.
Simple run through the middle.
And all you got to do is control the line of scrimmage and get a little push so the back can get through there.
And if I keep hitting them in the middle, sooner or later, maybe one of these outside runs will work, right? Like now.
Looks
Yeah,
he's
like you
calling
can get
on
it to
him.
Golston there if Easley can block that linebacker.
Yep.
That might be a big if, but we'll see.
Toss play to the left. Hands it off to the
Huh,
fullback.
well, I had to do it myself, because Easley couldn't really block that linebacker, but
Situation.
He was like a locomotive with a
Well, you
full
know
head
what?
of
He
steam.
tried. E for effort.
yeah.
Number 12 comes
It's
in
been
for the
a
extra
weird
point.
start to this game so far.
And it's up. And he tacks on the extra point. The visiting team are set to kick it deep. Nice distance. From the 2-yard line.
Yeah,
Nice
Mills is speedy and he can tackle, right? Matt Mills.
Yep.
Yeah.
1st and 10.
Yeah, he's also a bigger player too.
A future jam coverage artist.
Quite possibly.
Hands it off. French records the stop at the 18-yard line. So a gain of about 1. 2nd and 9 coming up here.
See, if you keep making them punt from their own 20-yard line, we're going to be starting at midfield almost every time here.
They line up in the I formation. Drops back. Under pressure. Throwing.
Nice job.
Wow, yeah. Thought that one was going to get away, but not quite.
Well, again, though, I think what it is he realizes that this guy is faster than him and that he's going to outrun him to the sideline, right? Because that's very obviously what's going to happen. So what he does is he cuts towards the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he just
cuts the ball off.
He keeps moving horizontally. He doesn't try to move in toward the player at all.
Yeah. And that means that Edwards is just barely fast enough to play that position.
Yep. Oh, look at this. Ooh.
Pass defense.
Yep.
Very frustrating.
He almost had it, but too bad.
The coordinator called a good play, and the quarterback threw him a catchable ball. He just couldn't get his hands in the proper position to make the catch.
Romper will come in now to punt it away. Here's the kick. And he waves for the fair catch.
Yeah, Romberg doesn't really have the leg to outkick the coverage here, though.
No. No, he's not really a power kicker by any means. Although with our Lifers franchise, he actually turned into a fairly decent punter.
With the carry. Breaking free. Parker with the tackle at the 46. 4-yard gain on the play. They have to reach the 41 to convert.
Oh, well, we can run the first quarter out. There, that's the end of the first quarter.
I mean, you'll be starting the second on their side of the field.
You know what? We've been beating better teams worse than this at the end of the first quarter this season.
Yeah, they've been playing you really hard, haven't they? Of course, we don't know how the third quarter breakdown is going to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, here we go.
Gray, 72.
Calling an audible now.
Uh-oh.
Pressure.
I got sacked before I could throw it.
Yeah, I think Golston missed his guy there.
Yeah, wow.
When you oddballed him to block there?
What happened there? Well, he went I had
Clark.
him go the other way, but Clark got run over, right? Like that guy just basically ran over him. But look at what number 77 does too, though. Like that was number 77's man, I think. Because he stole the left guard's guy, right?
Yep. And then the left guard's hung out to dry.
Yeah. So really, I don't think that should have happened, but
Shitty block trading.
yeah, it was like stupid block trading again, yeah. But I think, though, they had to design some flawed blocking into this thing because I think they didn't want to take the time or the effort to actually, make it proper, right?
Either that or they actually flat out couldn't figure it out.
Maybe. I don't know. One way or the other.
Looking for a receiver with the throw.
Wow.
Incomplete pass.
The Lifers Cupcake player comes over the top. Look at that linebacker coverage.
Yeah, wow, eh? He had some space opened up there, too, but I couldn't loft it to him because it would have gone out of bounds, right?
Yep.
That's why I threw it as a bullet like that, because I was just trying to get it to him. Well, it looks like maybe this is going to be one of those illustrations of why you should not take anybody lightly, hey?
Yeah, really. I mean, they're definitely playing us way better than a Cupcake team should.
Yeah, because you know what? The cheese that's going on in here isn't any more than what goes on with a lot of the other teams that we play too, right?
Dropping back to pass on first down. Throws it.
Aw.
Perfect throw. Nice read. Finding the receiver.
And French just got a little greedy on that one.
Yeah.
First and 10.
And his hand-eye coordination was only about 50% intact.
They'll go from the I formation. Gives the ball off. Number 20 is the guy who's there to bring him down.
Well, number 20 there, or number 45 there, isn't really a strong runner by the looks of things.
Well, he tripped over Gooden too, though, right? Gooden got knocked down right in his path.
Yeah.
And they don't have a jump button in this game.
Yeah, that's true, because they replaced it with the two
right?
hands.
He couldn't hurdle the downed defender because he didn't have the tools to do that.
Pressure coming, throwing.
Oh, well.
The 30.
Yeah, I did something a little different here. I actually pressed everybody down to the line, mimicking your defense.
Oh, okay. So let's see what happens then. Well, he did a good job of escaping the jam.
Yep.
Right? He didn't get jammed hardly at all. The outside guy did.
And then this guy did.
That guy did. Just the slot guy missed his jam attempt. But then again, though, it looks like even the way that he covers, though, is different, right?
Yeah.
You know,
and then it's our safety backer here that hits this guy in the back.
Yeah, hits him in the back, and he basically tips it to the guy that's covering him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? Good job.
So there you go. I guess it does work in practice, at least in certain situations.
Well, against the lifers, it does anyway.
And when he's rushing his throws out there, bad things are going to happen to this offense.
Looking to run it here.
Okay, well, I can run around that guy, I think.
Warfield makes the play at the 8. Shot out of a cannon, John, the way he exploded after he got the handle.
The offense won the battle at the line of scrimmage, and they blew the defenders off the line, opening holes for the runner to slide right through.
They're 8 yards from the end zone.
Hey, we're up to 46 yards rushing now.
Nice.
Directing traffic.
Cowboy, 72.
Gets the pass off, and he hits his target.
There, he was close enough to make it in that time. Well, it looks like the wheels are starting to fall off now. A couple of turnovers, and that's just all she wrote.
The kicking team heads out onto the field. And it's on its way, and the extra point is good. That's 17 on the.
They might have a few bright spots, but they're still a cupcake team.
Yep.
Are ready to kick this one off. He got all of that one. From the 5-yard line. That interception brought their last drive to a sudden halt. After collecting themselves on the sidelines, let's see what happens here. It's 1st and 10. The corners are backing off. Wasserman.
Ooh. Oh, wow. How did that guy get so open over the middle? Wow.
I think that was the fullback on a circle route there, and
yeah.
Ben French playing the short zone.
Yeah, somebody bit on the play fake and abandoned their zone, right?
Actually, that might have been Zach Mack playing the short zone, actually.
Yeah.
On that one. But yeah, bit on the play fake.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Wade pulls him down at the 40. They're going to keep testing this rushing defense.
Well, this is their furthest penetration out of their own end zone.
Yeah, they're certainly giving it a go, aren't they?
Yeah, well, this is the furthest they've managed to move the ball. Hey, look at the Looters are 6-6.
The lone setback. Wasserman. Thomas is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 44-yard line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just saw a score posted there.
The Looters have actually become a respectable team.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to win this game they're playing today, but if they do,
Number 95 brings brings him
How
down
is it that I had to run back there and tackle him? Where is everybody else
Was
on
that the
this play?
quarterback?
Yeah, it's a quarterback sneak.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And everybody else is asleep back here.
Yeah, really.
He if I hadn't have been there, he'd have run for a touchdown.
It's 1st and 10.
These things just make you go,
Wow,
sometimes.
they've actually crossed midfield now. Look at them go.
Only one man back. They give it to the halfback, and he stops at the 40-yard line. Good pickup on that play as they try to get the.
Well, you know what? They do have a bit of a game plan. I think they had a couple of unlucky breaks
Pick up 4 or 5 yards a pop. They should
on
keep
offense,
going to
but
4 or 5 yards per play is what they're going to need.
Wasserman. Nice play fake. Gets the pass off. This one falls.
Well,
off.
I think that was to the wrong side of the field, personally.
yeah, that one there probably he shouldn't have thrown that.
So the receiver can't make the catch.
Here are the numbers when it comes to 3rd down.
Because
conversions.
you're flirting with another interception throwing passes like that.
When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Throws it.
Yeah, that was double coverage.
The defender got in between the ball and the receiver again.
Well, they made it to the 40.
Defense, so that'll
That they did.
to an opposing offense.
He's punting for the 4th time tonight.
I guess the thing is, though, too, is the more they move down the field, the less room they have to move down the field.
Yeah.
Here's the punt.
That's part of what makes it easier on defense.
Then again, though, too, they started trying to throw a couple of deeper passes,
Yeah, trying to
And they-
get a quick one.
and they probably shouldn't have done that. They should have kept doing what got them there to where they were, right?
It's 1st and 10. The defense lines up in the nickel, directing traffic. This one is handed off. Burton takes him down at the 23-yard line. And they went with a run on that play.
Yeah, sure looks like this guy's going to be involved in the offense today.
7 yards to go.
Well, it looks like we got some man coverage going on here. Hey, get out there. What are you doing?
Getting stuck on people.
Looking for an option. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Warfield brings him down at the 37.
Yeah, well, they had that really opportunistic fumble. They had that really fluky interception. They have had a couple of bad breaks on offense.
Yep. Yeah, the cheese has kind of been going our way today, I would say.
I would agree.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Drops back with the pass, and he hits his
Well,
mark.
they could have done worse at covering that,
43-yard line.
considering how that
Let
looked.
loose with that throw.
That pass was really gunned in there. The receiver did a nice job of just hanging on to it.
He sees something in the defense. Jenkins with a man in motion. Gets rid of it, and the catch is made. Stringer makes the tackle at the 44-yard line. Jenkins doing an excellent job on this drive.
Things are really slowing down for him right now. He's seeing the coverage and finding the open man with ease. He's really in some kind of rhythm out there.
Well, we'll see if we can work the run a little bit here.
Allen.
Yeah, actually, not bad.
At the
Nope, not bad.
36-yard line.
If you can get into the flow of the
I was
game,
thinking that I was going to be
yards per
saying,
carry
what's a
on this
run at the
side,
end of that
then
play?
you found a huge weakness in the defense.
2nd and 2 coming up.
Well, see, that just worked the way it's supposed to, though. When you run against the
Weak-shifted defense.
Yeah, when you run against the weak shifted defense, and you run to their weak side, well, then you should be able to get a little bit of success at it, right?
Throws it. He's on the run. And he hits his target.
Wow, this is a
The
big one.
20, the 10.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Brought down.
They just don't have the team speed to run Golston down.
With a
Nope,
hot hand
they
on
don't.
this drive.
And what he's doing is sitting back there in the pocket, seeing everything.
You know your team is slow when I can say they just don't have the team speed to run a 72-speed player
3
down.
yards will get them
Yep.
6 points.
Well, they got victimized by a bad coverage choice there too, right?
Yep.
Calling an audible now. He tucks it away.
And that's a touchdown.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
See, these guys, you know, like if they were to play the way they did in the first quarter, might be able to keep this score somewhat respectable compared to how we've beaten some other teams this season. But if they go with the same kinds of schemes that some of the better teams that we've thrashed have used,
They're going to get crushed.
they're going to get crushed because they still just aren't as good as the other teams that we played, right?
Yep.
They finally seem to have it
You
all
can't
put
do
together.
that thing where you play a partial man thing and leave a guy wide open when you move him out to line up in essentially what's a wide receiver position, right? You know, like if they're playing a proper coverage, the cornerback should move out to cover that guy, right?
From the 7. The home team have their work cut out for them as they take over at the 18. The corners playing off a bit. They line up in the I formation. They give it to the halfback. Missed tackle.
Oh, look at that.
Solid hit. Just
Maybe he
once.
is a bit of a strong runner, huh?
It's like having a bumblebee.
Either that or we just have crap tacklers.
Ball on their own 27.
I can't believe that tackle got missed.
Throws it.
Oh, look at that. Caught it in front of the coverage.
Yep.
With the tackle.
Well, I might have to start dropping a deep zone back there if they're going to want to try to throw those kinds of passes.
Well, that's the kind of pass that you have a soft spot against there, over the middle, about 10, 12 yards downfield, right?
On the carry.
Yep.
Wasserman wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
It's just that that's one very specific weakness, of which there are very few, and you know, unless they're prepared to go back there fairly often, then they're not going to
Well, and I can cover it too.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, I can't cover both short and deep at once.
Yeah, but what they need to do is they need to go there often enough to force you to have to cover it, right? Because then they can maybe try some other things and, you know, play that guessing game and catch you out of position with something else, right?
You know, 5 yard slot passes, I guess, are a lot easier to complete.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
There's Cedric Perry again.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to back everybody off there, but I decided I'd try to do the jam thing again. Let's see how that worked out.
Well, you definitely got the jam on the slot guy good. You got the outside guy there a little bit. Yeah, you got a bit of a jam on. It looked to me like it was effective, right? And you look at how deep the safeties are, you're in absolutely no danger of giving up a deep pass there. Even though one of those wide receivers is a speed demon, right?
Yep.
But you jam him at the line. I think he was the guy on the far left. That's the speed guy. And when you jam him at the line like that, well, then it kind of negates his speed, right?
Yeah, it ruins his takeoff, right?
Yeah.
From the 22.
Well, from the 22 to the 25, I mean, I guess that's, okay.
It's 1st and 10.
Brilliant. Silver, 53.
Number 47 goes in motion. Going to the air on 1st down. With the throw, he hits his receiver. Stringer makes the play at the 40. Good connection there.
This guy has great confidence in his arm. He knows that he can make the completion regardless of the coverage.
2-minute warning coming up.
In and out. Come on. Man, Set.
Allen comes in motion.
Yeah, we'll let the 2-minute warning run out.
Yeah, well, you never know how a play like that is going to go, right?
Well, I thought about trying to audible Allen to a streak because I suspect that that's probably a severe mismatch, but by the time all the arm waving and stuff like that would be done, it would be the 2-minute warning anyway.
Yep. Well, now you've got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Pressure gets
Ooh.
the pass off.
Well, you know what? That actually worked out.
Yeah.
Caught that time.
Boom. Now that is
Well, they're getting on those slower developing pass plays, they are getting a decent amount of pressure, right? Like, look at that.
Yep.
Like number 77 there, whoever he is, he's getting outplayed bad, right?
Yeah, maybe they have some good defensive linemen on this team now.
Well, see, they brought the linebacker there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that basically freed up the defensive end on that side, and then Pete Clark goes over and makes a nice cut block there. But the left tackle is completely overpowered by that defensive tackle.
Back to the field.
Which is why that throw looked a little bit awkward going out there because, again, I had to get rid of the ball before I was ready to, right?
Set.
Looks like he's changing the play. Mills goes in motion.
Cowboy, 35.
To carry it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I almost broke free there.
39
Just
yard
wow.
line.
Huh.
And they go with the defense with
That
the
was
run.
close.
They're going to keep running to see what
They
the other
kept you
team
only
is
just
willing to give
contained.
them on the ground out there.
They have to get to the 36 to convert for a first down.
Set.
Allen comes in motion.
Let's get him. Come on.
Drops back with the pass. And this pass is completed. Stringer with the stop at the 31-yard line. That's 3 times on this drive they've been able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll be doing more than just picking up first downs if this success continues. They're going to be picking up some points.
53.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Base. Base.
He sees something in the defense.
Now, we'll run the clock down here a little bit because if this connects, it's probably going to be a touchdown.
All right.
Bring him out. We'll go under.
Gets the pass off. He's at the 20, the 10.
Okay, well, I got out of bounds anyway.
Not bad.
It was pretty close to a touchdown. They have somebody fast back there. Like, fast enough to catch up to Allen anyway.
Set.
Tosses it out to the right. They give it to the halfback. He just got it across the goal line.
It sure was. His lineman created a little push, and the back just slammed right in there and got past the goal line.
Yep, Parkman gets a key block on that play, and
They'll get set for the extra
Well,
point.
you're only on pace for 62 points this game.
yeah, well, it is starting to look a little lopsided now.
And the extra point is good. John, they've cashed in on the turnover opportunity.
And those opportunities have led to points on the board. When you can convert turnovers into points, you really have a big advantage.
Booming kick downfield.
That wind makes quite a difference, eh?
Yep.
The 7.
Because I got 100% power on that kick, too.
So the offense takes over.
Well, at least you were able to stop him before he really got much past the 20, though.
Yep. Actually, you should see what a 10-year franchise mode looks like. Because, like, teams like the Tigers, after 10 years, they're, like, rated around 88, 89, 90, because they haven't been able to maintain the level of... oh, there, you got your first one. They haven't been able to maintain that level of personnel, right?
Yeah.
But all the other teams also get up to that high 80s mark too, right? So that you don't have any 90+ rated teams, and you don't have any 70-something rated teams anymore. Everybody, at least on paper, power-wise, is very similar, right?
Yeah, they all kind of level out. And
Yeah.
the main things that distinguish a team are like, you know, where they chose to actually get their ratings from.
Yeah.
But anyways, I suppose we'll pause for the halftime stretch.
Yeah.
And we're back.
We'll go back to the play on the field.
Yes, and we get the ball back.
Here's a look at the halftime.
So it looks like a typical Crusaders game.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up
Statistically, the
return.
Lifers are not really doing much worse than
From the
most other
11-yard
teams,
line.
except for those 2 turnovers.
Flips the tackle.
Oh, look at this. Oh, I thought you had something there. And then that guy there, number 40, got in there and got you.
Yeah, I tried. Well, I was trying to get behind Parkman there, hoping that he would block someone.
It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, you almost broke that one. That was very close.
Yeah, it's just, it took me too long to get turned in the right direction there. I think if I'd have been a split second faster, I might have been able to make something of that.
Very good penetration there.
Too many
Always
players on the
great
line
awareness
there.
when he gets in there and brings him down for a loss.
I'll tell you, he might be one of the smartest linebackers in the NFL right now.
Yeah, see, they got 53 yards on the ground.
He drags the ball carrier down
And 47 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Allen moves in motion.
Okay, here we go. Bring it.
Dropping back, looking for a receiver. Gets rid of it, and he makes the grab.
Wow, you know, if he'd have
How about
missed that
speed?
dive, he would have been
Great
gone.
individual effort.
Well, you know what? If we had a speed player at wide receiver, he probably would have been gone too.
A great throw with an even
Doing
better
your
catch
speed.
is always an easy way to pick up first down.
Set. Cowboy.
I know, part of what I think makes that route work too, though, is the timing. It's a very timing-dependent pass.
Yes, it is.
Dropping back to pass on first
Yes,
down.
the slant may be
It's complete.
on the surface an
Stringer
easy
takes it
pass
down
to throw and an easy
44-yard
completion,
line.
but
Jenkins is known
it
for
takes a little bit of
football for
practice to
his
get
precision
the
accuracy.
timing down just right.
Well, and if you have a player who's faster, then it might actually be more optimal to give him a slightly deeper slant, because he'll actually get out there before, say, the underneath
Number
flat
47
zone
goes in
clears
motion.
the area, and then you're throwing it at a linebacker.
Yeah, you know what? I've never had any trouble throwing it to faster players either.
Gets the pass off, and it's caught. Stringer makes the tackle at the 32.
I see that guy still hasn't figured that out
That's
yet.
just a great job
Yep.
by the receiver. Not only was he able to make the catch in
That
the
coverage
rocket,
guy.
but he was able
Well,
to
and
pick up
easily
some
will catch
nice
those as
yardage,
long
too.
as he can.
The visiting team have handled this defense, John, as they've averaged over 8 yards per pass play on first down.
And the scoreboard helps tell the story.
Here we go. Here we go.
With the carry, Warfield brings him down.
If only you could run over the
22-yard line.
safety.
This is just the kind of thing. that
Yeah,
they have
well,
come
even
to
a
expect from
cupcake
their
strong
running
safety is
game.
tough
Very
enough that
consistent and effective
he's not the
down pass.
easiest player to run over,
Within
right?
striking distance
True, yep.
here.
Well, he wouldn't be a safety otherwise.
Yeah.
Unless he's Danny Jones.
Set.
Funny thing is, even more often than not,
Jenkins
Danny
sends
Jones
a
will
man in
make
motion.
those tackles too, right? He might miss one a little more often, but he still makes most of them.
Gets the pass off, and it's caught. He's inside the 10. He
Ooh,
was
big
really
hit.
hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about your depleter. That's what happened there. He unloaded, and he got a depleter.
It's 1st and goal.
Set.
Wow, that is a really spread line.
This one is handed off. And so he takes
Not
it
bad,
the
though.
rest of the way
Yeah.
for the touchdown.
Well, that was a
He
very
just lowered his
widespread
shoulders and got
line.
the short
Like,
yardage that
wow.
they needed.
You'd think I'd been running sweeps and toss plays on them all game long or something. Instead of like once.
Yep.
You know, I think I ran one toss play around the left side to Golston for that last touchdown, right?
Yeah, they're probably overreacting a bit.
And
Yeah, probably.
it's on its way. The extra point attempt is good.
Especially because if they would just do the man lock thing and pull the corners in, they basically present a wide enough front that I can't run around them anyway, right?
Yep. At least most of the time.
know, it's just so long as they don't shift their line one way or the other. That's the one huge vulnerability that I've learned about the 5-man line, because I actually have played a lot of defense where my defense was based on a 5-man line.
Yep.
And if you shift the line to one side, you basically become extremely vulnerable to runs to the other side for some reason. Which is kind of weird, but anyway.
Wasserman breaks the tackle.
Well, there was,
Holding.
yeah, there was Danny Jones missing a tackle, but it's all going to come back anyway.
Yeah, I'm just glad nobody tried to dive there.
Well, looks like it was a holding penalty anyway. 1st and 14. So I guess it took place about 6 yards upfield, eh? On that run.
So it'll be 1st and long here after the penalty. The corners are moving up to press the receivers. They'll go from the I formation. Looking to run it here. They'll go with a play fake.
See that corner playing the press coverage was right there to shut down that flat pass, eh?
Yep.
The pass but didn't go anywhere.
But you gotta remember too, the guy I'm pressing against is Gadsden, right? He only has 79 speed. So I can press him all day long if I want to try.
Down and a long way to go. The corners playing back. Wasserman, the lone back. Closing in.
There you got him again.
What a tremendous individual effort by the defensive lineman.
That's the kind of defensive.
Who's going to the Pro Bowl?
Roble.
Roble's going to the Pro Bowl.
7 or 8 guys back in coverage and still get a pass rush.
I think you're well into double digits for sacks now.
Safeties into deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass.
So let's see if Perry can get one.
Under pressure, throws it.
Oh, he's throwing the bomb. He connected on it.
What are the chances?
That's that speed guy, though, right?
Yeah. Well, that was with everybody backed off and everything, too.
Yeah.
I guess we had the guys there. They just couldn't stop him from catching it.
Quarterback calls your number. You want to make sure you make the catch and don't mess something up.
1st and 10. Wasserman, the deep back. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Flings it to the outside.
Oh, got it over his head that time.
Records the stop at the 33.
Well, now they're clicking.
Yep.
Has been perfect on this drive.
Couple of longer pass plays and away they go.
He's going to stay in that rhythm until the defense knocks him out of it.
5th play of this drive. The corners are moving up to press the receivers.
Oh, going to try and get a jam again, huh?
Wasserman in the
Gonna
back.
try.
Passing on 1st down. Tossing it over.
Well, that one hit your defender in the back.
I think it hit him in the head, actually. He just kind of hot potatoed that out of there and didn't really have too much concern for what was going on that play.
Yeah, well, maybe his wide receivers both got jammed too, right?
They line up in the I formation.
Come on.
Pressure.
There's Cedric Perry again.
Great effort that time, John. He's clearly one of the best in the league.
Well, you certainly sacked them a lot already in this game, at least 5 or 6 times.
He might never be better than he is right now.
Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Dropping back. Looking for a receiver. Gets rid of it.
Whoa, well, he couldn't hold on to it. Would have been a first down if he could have caught it.
Yep.
He put the ball exactly where you want to put it.
In that soft spot, right?
Yeah, well, like I've been slipping in the deep zone now and then, but I'm still not doing it super often because they haven't been going there super often.
Yeah.
Here's the punt. He signals for a fair catch. So they have 1st and 10 here. The visiting team have been doing a great job throwing on first down, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
What do you think they're doing here?
Effective sometimes. They keep the defense off balance.
Giving up a flat pass for a big gain.
Yep.
The 40. Irvin records the tackle at the 47.
Take a look at this. He gets himself into position, keeps his legs under him, and then boom.
Wow, he's got 100 yards receiving already. I don't know. I think it's a terrible idea to, play that way, to bring everybody up like that.
Yeah, it is. You shouldn't do that.
I mean, it's fine. If you want to play man-lock defense, play man-lock defense, but...
Leave the safeties back.
Yeah, keep the safeties back where they belong, right?
So that was a pickup of about 9.
Wow, 9-yard run by Parkman.
First down marker just inside.
Well, that's really also, too, a part of the flaw of how a safety man locks in this game, too, right?
Well, I mean, I think the idea is to shut down the run, right?
Yep.
So when you man lock with a safety in man coverage, he moves up to the line of scrimmage. But
if you didn't want that...
or if you actually, want to even somewhat respect the pass, well, you know, like, that's why any defenses that I make that are man coverage that involve man lock, the safeties still stay back, right?
Mm-hmm.
They play deep zone. Oh boy, were they coming there.
Send in the big blitz.
Wow, I couldn't even throw that short curl fast enough to
yeah, somebody must have come through the line just about untouched there.
No, they had 2 men coming from the side there, right? See that?
Yep.
And that defensive end just kind of ran around the tackle, right? So not only did they have the outside linebacker coming, but nobody could block that defensive end either. Like, the whole right side of the offensive line basically just stood still.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's a bit of a simulation of what our pass rushes feel like.
Set. Silver, 28.
Allen, the motion man.
They did not do a good job there of protecting me.
He surveys the field. Throwing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that one was thrown a little to the inside, too. That's not entirely your fault. That one's more of an accuracy thing. Every now and then, Rod Dorsey will still throw a bad one, as highly rated as he is. Or rather, Bo Jenkins will still throw a bad one, as highly rated as he is.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Okay, well, let's see what this looks like. It looks like I got a chance.
Drops back.
Oh, there you go.
Pass off, and he makes the grab.
Yeah. Throw him the slant over the middle.
Bring him down at the 31-yard line.
Watch it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here, but this is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that first down.
Calling an audible now.
Wow, you think they're blitzing from that side?
Yeah, probably. Either that or they're going to do the weird man coverage flats thing on the right.
With the throw, he hits
but nope.
Irvin makes the tackle at the 16-yard line.
Just out of curiosity, what were they doing there? Nope, they basically were covering the crap out of the middle of the field.
Because you have such a tendency to throw it there.
Well, I threw it there on the previous play, but, you know, like...
That might be a bit overkill again.
He sees something in the defense. Jenkins with a man in motion. Going to the air on first down. Gets rid of it, and he hits his target.
Another 7 points coming up.
Golston's having a day today. He's got a rushing touchdown. He's got a couple of receiving touchdowns.
Yep. It's a big game for him.
Yeah. The most important attribute for fullback 2 on my team is catching.
The kicker lines up for the point after. And it's up. And the extra point is good.
Because while that guy may occasionally carry the ball, it's only occasionally, but he'll catch 5 or 6 passes a game, right? Oh,
Uh-oh.
He gets the kick away.
well,
Yeah,
I guess they're going to start at the 45.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to start. Wow.
Flag on the play.
Brutal.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
The return team very happy about that kickoff.
They don't have to get hit, and they get great field position.
1st and 10.
You know, it's like every now and then the speed of the meter changes. It goes a little faster or a little slower. It doesn't stay constant at the same speed all the time.
Wasserman. French makes the tackle at the 47. About 7 yards there.
Well, I'm glad Ben French was there.
I'm surprised they're still trying to run at this point.
3 to go.
Pressure! Pressure! Move!
Wasserman, the lone back.
Back off! Cover!
Pressure coming. Gets rid of it.
I think they just hit me in the face with that.
Yep, that one hit you at the line.
Here's what you do. You start pushing, and if you don't get
Oh,
to
you
him,
got your hands
then
up.
start
It hit
to
you in the
throw.
hands.
You stop, and you get your hands up. And that's what gets you in those passing lanes, and that's how you knock the ball down.
Here's a look at the 3rd down success rate of each team.
3rd down conversions are usually a good barometer.
See, in this
of how
case,
well
when you
your
press
offense
man
is
lock
playing.
and the safety
Means your
moves
offense
down,
is making big
that's not
plays when
necessarily
they
a
need
bad thing, right?
Yeah, well, and I've still got the safety back on the spy, too.
Yeah. Because against the goal line offense, I mean, you obviously want to get as many guys on the line of scrimmage as you can get, right?
That's right.
And they don't have enough speed on the team to burn you with anything anyway.
Well, I tend to favor a 4-3 in the goal line situations anyways, because we have a lot more good linebackers than we do good linemen. Although our linemen really aren't bad. They've really developed over the years.
Yeah, you actually have one of the best offensive line or defensive lines in the league now, because that's just the way that they have developed. There.
Joe Winters working it out there, eh?
Yep, I had to give him a little guidance, but you know what? It worked out okay.
They need about 3.
Set. Texas 53. Gray 28.
Dropping back, throwing on the run.
No, you almost got clobbered again there.
Yeah, well, I found that in order to get that pass led to the outside like that, because it's so much faster, because from the shotgun snap, you get the ball immediately, and you have to throw it pretty well immediately too, right?
Yep.
And in order to get the shotgun snap to work for you, you have to actually kind of move in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Looking downfield, gets the pass off, and the
Yeah, it's an easy completion for Rhodes. Typical Rhodes result.
He put that
Yep.
one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
1st and 10.
Set.
He sees something in the defense. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
See, now they move to a position where if I were running, I would go ahead and run, right?
Mm-hmm.
Passing on 1st down. Throws it. Room to run.
But if Golson's having a good day, you might as well continue the work for him.
And he
Yeah.
steps out of bounds at the 14. You give him some time, he'll hit his man.
And the thing is, he doesn't care how big that window is. With his accuracy, everyone's open.
It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing that until they do something to stop it. That's for sure.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
35.
Well, now they just brought the free safety down to the line. Oh, I guess we're going to hit the end of the 3rd quarter here anyway.
So we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter with the visiting team.
Well, you got one more quarter to score 15 points.
0. And we'll start the 4th quarter.
That probably won't be too hard either.
And the this is the 5th play of this drive. Inside enemy territory.
Set.
They'll go with a run once again. He's
Well,
down behind
didn't
the
get
line.
much blocking on that one.
And he
Yeah, but
chases
you
him
got the
down
clock
behind
running.
the line
I guess
of
that's pretty much what you're
scrimmage
doing at this
I'll tell you,
point.
he's one of the most
Yeah,
knowledgeable
kind of.
defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
Set.
Jenkins with a man in motion.
In and out. Come on. Take that.
Surveying the field. On the move. He
Just throwing it up there, eh?
Third
Well,
down.
I tried. I looked at the right, and because that linebacker was rushing out to the flat like that, I knew I couldn't throw that pass right.
And this is the 7th play of this
So I had to throw it to somebody. And I figured if I just lobbed it up there, maybe I could throw it over those guys, right?
He'll get it again. Parker with the stop at the 4. Allen did a nice job on that run.
If the defense keeps giving up runs like that for first down, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
4 more yards to finish off the drive with a touchdown.
Raise a two. Set. Delta, switch one.
He
Great.
sees something in the defense.
Brown. Lucky.
Calling an audible.
28.
Hands off to the fullback. Barber is the guy who's there to bring him down.
Well, you're a
At
few
the
yards
2-yard
closer.
line. So a gain of about 1.
At this point, I don't think it really matters very much if I don't score a touchdown.
Talk back.
That being said, I don't really know if they can stop you, especially when they line up like this.
Yeah, it seems unlikely, doesn't it? Because that's the thing, this play is so fast that even if the corner's unblocked there, he's not going to make it over there in time to stop this
So he
anyway.
puts his head down and punches it in for the score.
The offense has been knocking on the door, and now they just
Now,
kicked it
Golson's
down.
got a whole bunch of touchdowns in this game. Maybe a candidate for player of the game.
Maybe.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point.
But no, I suspect it's going to be Bo Jenkins again.
You think it'll be Bo Jenkins again?
I think it'll be Bo Jenkins again.
Increase their lead.
And Cedric Perry's actually had a bit of a lackluster performance this game.
Yeah, he's only got like 3 sacks this game, right?
Yeah.
Terrible.
How's he going to win Defensive Player of the Week with only 3 sacks? Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll start lining up in 5 wide receivers or something.
From the 4-yard line.
That's usually what
Looking for
nets the most sacks.
No first downs on that last possession, John. Let's see what adjustments they've made here now to try to move the ball more effectively. So they have 1st and 10 here.
Let's go. Back off.
Wasserman lines up behind his fullback in the eye.
Flat. Check 2.
Going to the air on 1st down.
Well, there's number 4.
So they'll look
Nice.
like they're on that Perry. And how many times have they gotten to the quarterback in this one? That's 7 today. It's
Oh,
second
yeah,
down.
you got 7 sacks today so
It's
far as a
going to
team.
prevent defense
Doing
here as they
good.
Back up the safeties and
Yeah.
corners. Wasserman, the lone back. Closing in with the pass. This one.
Yeah,
falls
that didn't have much of a
incomplete.
chance.
It looked
No.
like he'd come up with it, but he just couldn't get it under control.
He did a nice job of getting off the line and getting into his pass pattern. But he had the ball bounce right off his fingertips.
Only one man back. Tanner, the man in motion.
Oop. Caught me and I was going to audible there.
Wow, I thought he was going to get another one there too. Did you see how close he was?
Yep.
Wow.
I'll tell you,
Yeah, he
did
just couldn't
almost
fight
everything
past the
right
last of
around.
that back.
That he shoved the running back into the quarterback, right?
When it got to him,
I'm kind of surprised that the quarterback was even able to throw that ball
Yardage. Here comes the punter.
because his personal protector was being pushed
Here's
into
the
him.
kick. He's waving for the fair catch.
Well, that was not a very good punt after several okay punts this game.
Yeah, well,
I guess you have a bad one now and then.
So they have
well, I
1st
don't
and
think
10
Romberg is a great punter either. I mean, he won't have developed the way that these players tend to when we're running the team.
That's right. He'll more or less just kind of be a jobber guy by now.
Yeah.
Looking upfield, running with a lot of room in front. Can't bring him down.
Well, you ran over the safety that time.
Yeah. Makes the tackle. That last carry will put him over 100 yards to the game.
Yay! 100-yard rushing
11
game.
yards to the end zone.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. He's got 100 yards.
Set. Switch it, come on.
Hand off to the tailback. And a pickup of about 2.
Well, need somebody to block the corner, though, if...
This drive 9 yards away from a touchdown.
Deuce, Deuce, stay home, stay home. Set, Silver, 53.
Jenkins
Whoops,
sends
moved
him
the
in
wrong
motion.
guy.
Gray, 35.
Let's try this again.
Here we come, here we come, bro.
Oh, he got out there on in time.
For a receiver.
Wow. He juggled it into the end zone.
Pass, catch,
Parkman
touchdown.
catches a
Receiver let
touchdown
the ball into his
pass.
hands, and he knew
I can't
right
believe
there
he held
had
on. He
six.
juggled that, like, quite badly.
You know what? I had to hurry that pass, too, right? Because, again, look at this,
Yep.
right? It's like he bumps into the tight end on his way out and gets pushed off of his normal pass rush assignment,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And with that crowd of players there, well, yeah, he just happened to be the guy who turned around and wasn't really being covered by anybody, right?
Well, because he never catches it.
Yeah, except for this time.
Let's get back to the play on the field.
But that's why he is the outlet receiver. He's someplace to throw the ball away to when I need to avoid a sack.
Yeah, if you need the ball to drop into the dirt, you throw it at Adam Parkman.
Yeah.
And it's up. And the
Still, though, that's
extra point
another
is good.
touchdown that's going to
The
work
visiting
towards his
team
Pro Bowl
have it all
nomination.
Working now
Yep.
as they continue to expand their lead. Nice distance. From the 2. The defense shut down the offense the last time they had the ball.
Well, let's see if we can again.
Yeah, well.
It's 1st and 10.
Jam up, jam up. Come on now, let's do this. Fire out, fire
The
out.
offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. Number 38.
Yeah, there was nowhere to
That
go
one will
there.
leave a mark.
No.
He got hit so
That's the
hard,
wrong
darn
side
near
of that
had to take a
formation to
taxi
run
back the
against.
stadium.
1
Yeah.
yard gain on
I
that.
think they need to test the left side on that particular one.
Yep.
Wide, they got 4 wide. Cover.
Wasserman, the lone setback. Gets the pass off. And he makes the grab. Number 20.
That being said, though,
makes the stop.
I have seen better
28-yard
teams
line.
do worse.
Good quick moves and a first
Yeah,
down.
that's true.
Play him
I mean, they only
physically
have
off
2
the line.
turnovers this game.
Bump him off his route, jam him,
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like
if
that.
if it wasn't for the
Because I'll tell you this,
turnovers,
if
then
you
it
give
might
him
be a
free
little
release
bit more
and he can get
competitive game
behind
than
you,
it's been.
He can do some real damage.
Tucks it away. He shakes the defender.
Because they've been able to run the ball a little bit, they've been able to pass the ball a little, you know.
Hold on to the ball.
Good game
Like they
for
have
the
moved it
offense
at
here in the
times.
second half.
This is one of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
There's number 3 for
Play in
you.
the backfield.
Yep,
Pete,
that's a
an
Pete
embarrassing
sack,
day
too.
for the offensive
Yeah.
line as they've now given
He's
up
going to
8
improve even
sacks.
more.
And this is the 5th play of this
And it's
drive.
important that he
9
improves
yards
because
to
he's
go.
Global's replacement.
He's got 2 sacks in this
Safeties into
game.
Deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass. Only one man in the backfield. With the pass ball's incomplete.
Well, I was definitely trying to sack the quarterback there, but I couldn't get to him in time.
I think that pressure probably helped, though.
Romberg is back to punt. Here's the punt.
I'm not going to go near that.
Wow.
They were very
That's a bad
efficient on their
bounce.
way.
That's a
Yeah,
Louisiana bounce.
took an unfortunate bounce for them.
Let's see if go back to the run here. Ball on their own 44.
The whole field is just built so it just slopes that way, right?
Wow, look at this.
Silver, 28. Switch
Jenkins
up,
sends a
switch
man
up.
in motion.
Wide.
Throws it.
Oh,
This one
well,
falls incomplete.
had the
Read it
single
perfectly with
coverage, but
single coverage, but the ball was tipped away.
Yeah, they've definitely got some better safeties on this team than they had. That's how it would seem.
yeah.
Set.
Allen in motion.
The big Hail Mary to Allen.
Well, I'm going to watch the safety, and if he rolls toward the flat, I'm going to throw it to him, right?
Surveying
And
the
if he
field.
doesn't,
It's
then I'm just going to
He
dump
hits
it to a
his
tight
receiver
end
very
running a short curl over the
at
middle.
48. The pass is completed, but they'll be shy of the first, John.
And when you get a completion on
Well,
second
that keeps the clock
you
running,
really
too.
want to get a few more yards out of it.
About 6 to go. As they get ready for this third down play, we'll take a look at how they've done.
Wow, you're 2 of
today.
5 on third down.
Conversions is a keeper
Yeah, I know.
stat. When you
They've
convert on third
they've
down,
buckled
you
down
keep
on
3
third
things.
down and
You keep
stopped
your
me
drive
cold.
going,
The merciless
you keep their
lifers.
defense on
Oh,
the
well, let's
field,
see what the
and
corner
you
does
keep
over
your
there this
defense
time.
resting on the sideline.
He's looking, gets the pass off.
Yeah, see the corner
and he
stayed
hits
down
his
low.
target.
Yep.
The 30.
And that let you throw that to easily.
That's the type
Yeah,
of thing
'cause that's
that
just a
can happen when you
mismatch
get this guy the
with
ball.
easily being a
He's gonna
receiving
move
tight
the
end and
ball,
all.
and he's going to move it with speed.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
He's having a good day, too. Okay, well,
Silver, 28.
kind of surprised that they would shift everybody away from the side that has 3 tight ends lined up on it, but okay.
He hands it off. Stringer makes the
I'm kind
play.
of surprised I didn't have more
18-yard
success
line.
running to the
8-2.
side that had 3 tight ends on it, too.
Well, they never block right, though, right?
Yeah, they never block right.
Watch your right.
The blocking schemes in this game are just terrible.
Texas, 72.
Allen, the motion man.
Stretch.
Looking downfield, throws it right to him. He's inside the 10. Jenkins puts the ball in the exact spot.
Yeah, you have to line somebody up. That guy, as soon as he goes out into that position on the field, he's not a halfback anymore. He's a wide receiver.
Yep.
Right? And you have to cover him like a wide receiver.
Especially with how fast he is.
They're set for
Yeah.
the extra point. The kick is up, and he tacks on the extra point. The visiting team.
In fact, that's so far this season, I would say that that's pretty much how I've mainly used him. He's my speed wide receiver, basically, right?
Should be a return here. From the 1-yard line. The home team. will
Gooden's
start this
racking
drive
up the
from
tackles
15-yard
today.
line.
Yep.
It's 1st and 10.
Back off, back off.
Although Mills got a few on the other side.
Yep.
Set. Watch a bootleg. Hey.
Hand off to the tailback. Mills with the stop at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain on that play. 2nd and 8.
But they gave him a
coming up
2-yard spot.
Yep.
Ace, ace.
Backing off.
Don't get beat deep. Shut him down.
Wasserman, the lone back. Throws it. He hits his receiver.
Wow.
Thomas records
I
the
didn't think
stop
that was
at the
going to go
23.
either.
Yeah, we had a short guy in the middle, but he
Gain
kind of
7.
blew the coverage.
3rd and
Yeah, he
2.
did that weird head first dive thing and
Loosening up
missed.
the coverage
Yep.
on the outside.
This team has to start converting on third down if they're going to be successful.
Hey. Cover D. Hey.
Pressure coming.
Ooh, he
Gets the
almost
pass
got
off.
one from the
We'll feel
right
that
side
one
there.
tomorrow.
Yeah, with how hard he just got hit. he's
Well,
lucky
at
to be
this
able to
rate,
hold
they'll
on
take
to the
forever
ball.
to move down the field, so I don't
First down
mind.
on that
Yep.
throw.
And they ran the perfect
Well, the
play to
Lifers
get those
quarterback
couple
has
yards.
definitely gotten his jersey dirty today.
Cover.
They line up in the I formation. Play action.
Aw.
Oh, he found the seam and he's going to score!
And he high steps his way to the end zone.
Right, they found the seam in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the deep zone guys both bit too.
Defender right out of his shoes that time.
That's too bad. I had a shutout there.
Yeah, you had a shutout, but not now. He burned you on the
Yeah.
long, the pat post over the middle.
What are the chances? Well, I guess we'll just play like man under 2 for the rest of the
And
game.
the extra point is good. The home team
If we play man under 2, we'll still end up with...
They're gonna try an onside kick.
Anytime you score a touchdown like that, it gives your defense a boost.
Yeah, man under
Be out
2, there
with a
isn't
lot
any
of
holes in
excitement
the zones to
and
be
try to
had.
Maintain this momentum for the rest of the game.
They don't get it.
Oh, Sarah got it.
The defense
Yep.
gave up a touchdown on the last series. It's 1st and 10.
I mean, I guess it was bound to happen eventually. How many times have they had the ball
The
now?
home team
Yeah.
come out in a nickel package.
72.
That's an odd-looking alignment. Okay, well,
They give it to the halfback. He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about your depleter. That's what happened there. He unloaded and he got a depleter.
2nd and 8 coming up here.
Hear that call? Set.
yeah, okay. I'll try and run against this.
Stay home. Stay home.
Looking for room. Loses one tackler. Parker
Well, you got a
makes
first
the
down out of
stop
it.
at the
Yep.
28. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
Which one? Mad dog over. Mad dog over.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Okay, sure. I'll try and run against this too. Why not? With the
Run
score,
against...
with the score being what it is at this time in the game,
Hand it off to the fullback.
That's a face mask
Behind the
penalty.
line, loss
Yeah.
of a couple.
That might stop the
And
clock,
there's
though.
A flag on the play.
Got an inadvertent face mask on the defense. Second down.
The defense can't continue to give up yardage like that.
Yep, it stopped the
offense
clock.
loves it when the defense does something illegal out there. Not only do they get some free yardage, but the officials will be keeping a close eye out for more stuff like that for the rest of the game.
Texas 53.
Hand off to the tailback.
Look at
that
Clark
one will leave
go.
a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn
Yeah,
near
the thing
had to
is,
take
like,
a
I know
taxi back
Allen
to
stole the
stadium.
spotlight, but Clark really isn't a bad back at all.
no. Well, he was the guy in season 1, right?
Yeah, he's a very well-balanced player.
And you did,
Ball on the
you know,
16-yard
run the
line.
ball. You
And
weren't
this is the
strictly a
5th play of
pass
this
guy.
drive.
You did run the
Almost at
ball a
2-minute
bit in
mark
season
now.
1 as well.
Red Set. Here we come.
Well,
Delta.
Cowboy
Delta, switch
53.
one. Come on. Tough
okay,
lead.
yeah, I can just let it run out to 2 minutes here. And
Yeah,
then
you
I
don't even have to run this
And then
play.
I can call something different.
First and 10.
Z left. Z left. Come on now. Set.
They give it to the halfback. Burton gets right in there and brings him
Hey,
down.
look, they still have Burton at right outside linebacker there, eh?
2nd and long coming up here.
Set. Come on, let's go.
Well, okay.
Changing the
We're
play
going
now.
to, we're going to have to do a bit of passing here just to maintain possession.
Stretch.
If they're going to line up 11 guys on the line like this, then I think we got no choice.
Fire out. Mike cover.
But you might be able to make it easily on the left, too.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm definitely looking first. Oh, he got jammed.
Goes to the end zone.
Well, I guess you'll just score 7 more points.
Great catch
Yeah.
for the touchdown.
Yeah, he's a veteran receiver.
Well, that's the
He
thing
knows
that's
how to
so
get
dumb,
open in
right?
the
At
end
this
zone.
point in the game, with the score being what it is, why make that defensive call? Right?
Yep.
Like, what's the point? You know, like, let me run, pick up 3, 4, 5 yards, keep the clock running, get out of this game, right? Maybe without giving up another touchdown.
Hey, you could always line up in an onside
The
kick.
extra point attempt
That's
is
something that
good.
I learned in this game, though, is that it is extremely geared towards stopping the
visiting
run.
team
Yeah,
are lined
So
up for
much so
kickoff.
that if you figure out how to take advantage of it, you can literally throw for 500 yards a game, right?
Or run for 350.
Booming kick down.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you figure out how to make this, and you know what? That's something that even in a newer Madden, the stretch run was still a foolproof strategy. Remember?
Yeah,
that guy Joke who won the world championship.
Yeah.
And basically all he did was the stretch run like all the time.
Yep.
And nobody could stop it, right?
Only one man in the backfield. Gets rid of it.
The funny thing is, I wasn't even trying to develop a stretch run. It just kind of turned out that way with the way the play was. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
a happy little accident.
well, what happens a lot is that when you're running in this game, you can't. Well, there's another one up the middle. You can't really run up the middle because it's basically like a solid wall of players and there's no gaps.
Yep.
So you end up bouncing it outside anyways, right?
Gets the pass off, and he drops the pass.
Well, they ran their plays, and now they're going to punt.
Well, you know what? You shut better teams than this out, too, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's just play action.
Here's the kick.
Yeah, play action
Signals
cheese.
for a fair catch.
And too much space between the safeties ultimately, right?
Well, funny thing is it was just a standard 2-deep zone scheme, right?
Yeah.
But I think basically what the real problem was is they both froze and just stood there solid, right? Which allowed that guy to just run right between them.
Texas 28.
Because normally they'd be dropping off otherwise until somebody gets into their zone.
And the catch is made across midfield. How about that speed?
But it is what it is.
Well, I think that's probably the last play of the game.
Yep. You don't even have to score because you're not inside the 20.
Yeah, we'll just let the clock run out here, I think, and that'll be it. So 73-7. So we did thrash these guys pretty badly, but they didn't do any worse than a few other better teams than that have done against us. So, but they're probably going to end up being a 3-win team this season anyway. The 3 wins they've got are probably all they're going to get.
Well, at least they got their 3 wins, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's better than not getting any.
Love the double screens in the back.
Look at that, I had no drop passes. Completed passes to 7 different receivers. So here we go. So the Lifers did manage to muster 169 yards passing and 66 yards rushing.
Yep.
And I threw for 466 yards, but I also managed 147 yards on the ground. Offensive red zone touchdowns, 10. They had no offensive red zone attempts. I don't think they made it over the 40-yard line, right? Except for that one long pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they might have made it over once, but I think I sacked them back across it.
Okay. So I had a perfect quarterback rating, 471 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, completed 86% of my passes. An average per pass of 12.7 yards.
Jeez.
And Calvin Allen managed 5.5 yards per carry and got his 100 yards rushing. Pete Clark carried the ball 3 times. Parkman carried it 8 times, and Golston got a couple of... We got 5 rushing touchdowns in this game.
Nice.
So Mills was the big pass receiver today. Rhodes caught a decent number of passes, so did Easley, and Golston had 4 catches for 83 yards. Right. There's Allen with his 52 yards in this game. 5 touchdowns to 5 different players. So Golston had the longest reception, and then Easley with 31. Allen, and then Mills.
No, it looks like Gooden got all the tackles on the special teams.
Yep. You sacked the crap out of these guys, too. Wow. Like...
Only 2 tackles for a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Perry got 4 sacks. Yeah. I got 4 sacks collectively with both Pete and Roble here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Travis Wade got 1. You sacked these guys 9 times. Wow.
And 1 interception. By Thomas, no less.
Yeah.
Only 7 pass deflections, though.
Yeah, and Edwards got 3 of them.
Yeah, he's a good pass defender, though, in spite of his lack of speed. If you tell him play flat zone, that's within his abilities.
Yep.
No, you're perfect on kicking still. I don't think you've missed a kick yet this season.
No, I haven't missed a field goal yet this season.
Yeah, and actually, both of your punts, even though you don't have a very good average, it's because they're both inside the 20.
Well, that's the goal, right? You know, I'm quite happy if I punt the ball 25 yards and it stops at their 10. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
And someday, maybe, I'll have a kicker that has amazing kick power and I can kick field goals from that range.
Ah.
Anyway, let's have a look here. Well,
he salvaged his rating.
Brian Carrier has definitely done no worse than most other people against you. Although you held him to less than 50% completions. Did get that 71-yard pass and run. And they did carry the ball, run the ball a little bit. Yeah, he picked up 10 yards on you. But not as much as I thought. Right? I thought they ran the ball a little bit more than they did, but
I think when they got really far behind, they just gave up on it.
Yeah, probably. So, not a lot of receivers with multiple catches here anyway. Although that guy, I think he's their speed guy too, right?
Yep.
And he just outran you once he caught that pass in the middle.
Yeah, well, I tried to take control of somebody and dive for him, but I just couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just too fast.
And they were just too out of position.
He just ran away from everybody. So, anyway, it looks like they had... Oh, Parker's a rookie too. Right? Yeah, so cornerback, safety, cornerback. So definitely you can tell your defense is on its heels when it's your defensive secondary leading the way in the tackling department. Alfred Lewis. Alfred Lewis is the original defensive end from the Lifers.
Yeah, he was a high-rated player on the Lifers, too.
Yeah, he was one of the highest-rated players on the Lifers, the right defensive end, and he got a sack.
Well, maybe it's not that much of a surprise why he was beating up your left tackle.
Yeah,
there.
he was beating my left tackle all day long, just roughing him up. But anyway... And Romberg, well, his net average wasn't that great. And he had no inside the 20 punts. So, that's the end of another game.
Bo Jenkins.
Bo Jenkins? You think it's Bo Jenkins? It's not going to be Golston?
Bo Jenkins.
Yeah, it's Bo Jenkins.
It's always Bo Jenkins.
Passing for 471 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I mean, how could it not be Bo Jenkins with numbers like that?
I'm going to make that 5,600 yard passing mark. I'm going to eclipse your record.
Yep, you are.
Anyway, until next time,
I'm Rec V5.
and I am Sandman 99.
Have a good one.